84-year-old Graham Bales has been collecting model trains for most of his life.
Well, I got started in trains back in 1944. Of course, the war was on, so there was no toys in Canada. So you had to get secondhand. The red train over there on the bottom shelf was the first one I got. Most of my stuff is all early. My earliest is 1926.
One day, Graham heard about the Cumberland Area Railway Club and decided to join.
Well, I saw it in the paper, and I had my train set up, I think, in the garage. Not very well, but it was there. It would go around and work.
For club president Darren Landry, the Cumberland Area Railway Club is for enthusiasts of all ages.
Yeah, we have a really big diversity of members. Our youngest member, I do believe he's somewhere around maybe 13 or 14. And, we've got Graham, which is our oldest member at 84. He brings a really great passion and a really big piece of history to the club. He's got stuff there, that still runs, that he plays, on the layout with, from the 1920s, 1926 to be exact. It's not something you see every day. And we get quite a few people that come through the door, and they're like, I had one of these as a kid, and so coming in here, the general public, really, it has a tendency on bringing back those childhood memories.
During the pandemic, the club members kept busy building a giant layout to feature prominently in their club room for the general public to see. It's in the smallest of details that truly brings these rails to life.
Through all of some of these closures and whatnot and the restrictions, it's given us a lot of our members an opportunity to come in. Something this size normally takes a bit of time to do. We've had the time to do it, obviously. So I'm sure that if you even walked around the layout and really took your time, you're going to miss something. There's little tidbits hidden here and there. For instance, up on the military end, there's a couple of very tiny soldiers that are scaling the rocks, to head up towards where the flak tower is to kind of, get behind enemy lines, so to speak. Down on our farm section, there's a little goat sitting up on top of, the mountain in the background, and we've got a body shop on the layout where the guy's sitting inside the garage, and the welders are flashing and going on and make it look like he's working. And a lot of people really get a good kick out of that because it's something you see in real life, but then to take that imagination and put it on something in miniature. So yeah, there's a lot of those little hidden gems on here. If it wasn't for this hobby, I don't think a lot of people would have made it through the pandemic the way that that they did.
For John McAllister, founding member of the Cumberland Area Railway Club, he believes they are preserving history.
And trains, it's probably bad to say, but down the road, who knows if trains are even going to be here, as we've seen, type of thing. So we have to preserve our history and teach children and parents about trains.
For Graham, he's happy to share his hobby with his friends.
Well, I'm proud of the club and the way that it's just amazing the way the scenery that they've been able to come up with and all the different buildings and things like that. It's a great way to meet people.
For Eastlink Community TV in Amherst, I'm Joel Doucette.